morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm peachy. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So let me ask you, are you rocking the beard today or no beard?
I got a full white beard. I remember when it was black.
I remember the days when it was black.
I'm going to be 70, man. It's weird.
And you're still going at it. You're still working.
I thank God. Thank God for Star Trek. I'm directing on this Star Trek Picard. I got a couple of those episodes coming up, and then I'm going up to Toronto to do the new Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and then over to Star Trek Discovery. So there's a lot of great gifts.
I'm just happy that Star Trek is back because we went a long time without any fresh Star Trek material. And now we got Star Trek back. We have Star Trek Discovery, which you're directing a few episodes of. Picard Season 2, which you're directing a few episodes of. And Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the new show about Christopher Pike's era of Enterprise. And you're directing a few of them as well, Jonathan, correct?
Yeah, that's an interesting show. Have you been watching Picard, the new Picard?
Episode 2 last night.
How about Q, man?
I was curious how they were going to solve the aging of Q, and I thought the cleverness behind it was amazing.
I did too. And John Delancey's better than ever. He scares the shit out of you, doesn't he?
When he slapped Patrick Stewart, I stepped back. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's Patrick tells me that was one of the best scenes of the season was that two-hander with he and John. They had a ball doing that.
Again, on the phone today with Jonathan Frakes of Star Trek Next Generation, Commander Will Riker, directing a few episodes of Picard Season 2 this season. Now, Patrick says that's his favorite scene of the season. Did you take any offense to that it was a scene that you did not direct?
Yeah, we got a long history. We got plenty of good scenes under our belt together.
Well, we got plenty of Star Trek to talk about, but you're promoting PanCan PurpleStride 2022.
Right. So this is the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, PanCan, is an organization that is trying desperately to raise money to help create a bigger survival rate. Pancreatic cancer is the third leading cause of cancer death in the country, and the survival rate is a desperate 11%.
Wow.
I got involved. My brother died when he was 41, and at that point, many years ago, it was a 3% survival rate. And I have this Star Trek team, Team Trek. www.PurpleStride.org is where you guys need to go if you're going to throw some money at us and join us for this Purple Stride event, April 30th. And then Scranton, it's going to be at the Lackawanna River Heritage Trail. Anyways, Kitty Swink and Armin Shimmerman. Armin was Quark on our show, you may remember, and then on Space Scientist, the Ferengi. And his wife, Kitty, who played a number of characters. Kitty is an 18-year cancer survivor. So she is the beacon of hope around whom we rally, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So our team, the three of us, have been doing this for a couple of years now, and there are a lot of teams of celebrities, if you will. I mean, you remember Alex Trebek from Jeopardy, died with pancreatic cancer. His daughter Nikki has a team, and the wonderful Patrick Swayze, who my wife and I had the privilege of working with on North and South. His wife Lisa has a team, his widow, and Melissa Gilbert's got a Swayze team, and also Michael Landon, who was a huge influence on me, has a team. It's a great organization. The volunteers just work their asses off. Also, this year's ambassador is Mindy Kaling. She's amazing, and we're trying to raise $16.5 million. We're in 60 communities, and its event is on April 30th. So with any luck, we can create a world in which all pancreatic cancer patients will thrive and can, if you will, live long and prosper.
I'm glad you let me know about the event at the Lackawanna Heritage Trail. I'm going to make sure to get the word out about that because I just learned about it myself right now.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a great organization, and it's a wonderful. You wear your purple shirts, get out there, throw some money at it, and it's we got 70,000 participants. We're hoping this time around. So I'm very proud to have this charity as my cause. I mean, obviously, all of us have somebody that we know who has been affected by this brutal disease. So give us a hand and join us on April 30th at the Lackawanna River www.purplestride.org.
Well, I'm glad you're getting behind this. And you brought up Michael Landon, and during the pandemic, Jonathan, I was binge watching everything, and I started binge watching Highway to Heaven, and I'm like,
oh, that's where I met him.
I'm like, is that Jonathan Frakes? And, of course, you look a little bit younger then, just a tad. Yeah, that's him.
Well, he knew how to get it. He was a actor director, so I remember thinking, this guy knows what he wants, gets the work done, and Michael Landon was famous in the industry for showing up early and getting everybody home for dinner. That was, and sure enough, on his show, you went up there early and you did your work, and by 6 o'clock or so, you were wrapped and you were in your car and you were on your way home. And I'll tell you, that's not the way all shows run.
Yeah.
He was a real influence.
Growing up with no cable, I relied on PBS. They always had Little House on the Prairie on. And then later in the 90s, the local PBS station ran Saturday nights from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. It was Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then 10 p.m. to midnight was the original series. And being grounded as a teenager most of my life, how I became such a huge Star Trek fan.
Wow. Yeah, Shatner's still out there kicking, too. I mean, he's amazing. He's 90-something.
He's going to be 91 this month.
Yeah, I know, and Patrick's going to be 82, and I'm about to turn 70. It's crazy to have a 7 in front of your age.
Now, with William Shatner going to space, have you, started, stalking Jeff Bezos and, maybe I'll run into him in the door and Jeff will be like, hey, Jonathan, you should join us on our next trip?
Exactly. I made myself available for a free trip into space.
You just got to start retweeting everything he tweets and, find out who he hangs out with, get in the same circle.
I told him I got my own spacesuit,
Fantastic. I'm so happy that Picard Season 2 is back. It was a long wait. It was well worth the wait.
Oh, man.
So when's your first episode of the season coming up?
2 weeks. I did episodes 5 and 6. So episode 3 is about to drop. So I'll be on 3 weeks from yesterday, and then I got a couple in a row.
Now, do you find it easier or harder to direct now that there's so much CGI and special effects since the early days of you directing Star Trek?
Well, there was always a lot of visual effects on our show because we were, out in the 24th century. You're only limited now by your own imagination and the budget that you're given. Because Alex Kurtzman, who runs Secret Hideout and runs all of the Star Trek shows, has created an atmosphere where we are encouraged to shoot as cinematically as we can. So we've got all the toys and all the possibilities. It's a great franchise to be part of, I got to say. I'm thrilled.
I'm glad it's back. And, Jonathan, I'm happy for what you're promoting. PurpleStride.org is the website. I know you're a busy guy. You probably got a couple more phone calls today. Thank you for your time and checking in.
Mark, you're a real pleasure. Lackawanna River Heritage Trail, April 30th, PurpleStride.org. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.